The time has come to review Glitter Force Season 2. And because reasons, I think it's time for an avatar change.
Why are we going along with this?
Esprit de corps.
Oh yeah, I love esprit de corps.
Glitter Force, aka Smile Precure, Season 1 was like a piece of cake. Light, fluffy, and sweet. But by Season 2, that cake has definitely gotten stale. But it's still cake, gosh darn it. Man, I want some cake.
You want this cake?
I want it.
Well, too bad. Review the silly anime.
Okay, so you remember how after the girls went Power Princess to blow up the Clown Prince of the Negaverse, and how collecting all the glitter charms was supposed to revive Queen Euphoria? Well, that didn't happen. Instead, we get a whole new charm chest to fill with cheap plastic trinkets. And No-Go's not even dead. So that big confrontation with the bad guys, totally pointless. Throughout the season, Emily, Kelsey, Lily, April, and Chloe do more or less the same thing that they did during the first half of the series. But now, the only way to take out the insane clown posse is by using their pretty princess nukes. And it's so tedious. Let's talk about the Monster of the Week format for a second. Lots of shows do this. Among them, Sailor Moon, Power Rangers, Supernatural, X-Files, and many more. Basically, in every episode, there's a one-off villain, mystery, or monster for the heroes to fight. With a formula this basic, you need a couple of things to make it really work. Number 1 is a way to get the heroes into and out of monster fighting situations.
An all-knowing Deus Ex Machina is always helpful.
Exactly. Zordon constantly monitoring the world is a great way for the Power Rangers to get into fights with Rita Repulsa's minions. Without a real reason why the bad guys are attacking the same suburb over and over again, it gets really silly. And there's literally no reason why the Glitter Force can't fight evil all over the world. They have a frickin' magic library teleporter, and we have not one but two characters, namely Glenda and the Cowardly Lion here, who could be monitoring the bad guys' activities. The other thing you have to do is vary up the situation. Now, to its credit, the Glitter Force does this near the back half of the season, when the bad guys start targeting the Glitter Girls one by one. However, the cavalry is never far behind. But you know what, there are still plenty of nice moments of novelty to shake things up. Like an awesome homage to the super robot genre, a cute episode where the girls get turned into toddlers, a reenactment of Cinderella, and a trip through a crazy amusement park where the girls need to play games against the antagonists. And those are all welcome breaths of fresh air, but they are much more the exception rather than the rule. Now let's talk about the core strength of the show.
The power to move cheap plastic merchandise.
That's less of a strength and more of a purpose.
The show is carried by these 5 right here, and Candy too, I guess. The point is, all of them are likable, and not redundant with each other. It's a basic formula they use, but it works. Each one has one major personality trait: playful, feisty, crybaby, shy, reliable, and smart. One major interest: fairy tales, volleyball, crybaby, comics, soccer, and school. Finally, they all have one major fault: ditzy, foolhardy, crybaby, crybaby, competitive, and doormat. This is all basic stuff, but gosh darn it, it works. Okay, now let's look at the other big strength of Glitter Force, its comedy. Much like the first season, they have a lighthearted sense of humor. Glitter Force isn't some dark deconstruction, it's silly and it wants you to laugh and have fun. And this is where I really do need to compliment the dub. So much of comedy depends on context, and it varies widely from culture to culture. The more universal comedy is, the lower brow it tends to be.
Ha! That's funny anywhere.
The mole man's pain amuses me.
They take a lot of liberties with the translation, but I find it funny, and I think that's faithful to the spirit of the original. Okay, finally, I want to talk about the ending. First off, it turns out that Ulrich, Brood, and Bruja were only working for No-Go because no one appreciated them for their work as villains.
Seriously? This again? Go whine to Wreck-It Ralph about it.
The final battle with them is pretty cool, and it has far better action animation than most of the show. They end up getting a happy ending when Glitter Lucky goes all Goddess Madoka and returns them to their original form as pixies. And then the Shadow Force shows up, and they're like the best thing about the ending. Seriously, they should just make another season of Glitter Force starring them. It might need a new theme song, though.
Creepy girls, you're just my style. Blood red lipstick, you don't smile. Falling victim to your fantasy. Damn, I love it that you're so creepy.
Yeah, Yeah, that's about right. Too bad they're only in half an episode. Then Rascal gets killed / absorbed by No-Go, because I guess all the negativity on Earth wasn't enough for him. Honestly, I didn't like that. It doesn't make the big bad look badder, it's just a convenient way to get Rascal off screen. Finally, No-Go is back as a cooler,
That's cool spelled with a K and a W,
version of himself. And then he transforms into a literal black hole of evil before... he's hugged to death by Goddess Happy.
Wow, that's the most epic version of complete lameness I've ever heard.
The ending was kind of neat, I guess. There were some cool action scenes and some pretty explosions. Look, when it's all said and done, Smile Precure / Glitter Force is frustrating as it had the potential to be so much better. A bright, happy deconstruction of the mahou shoujo formula. Kind of like a Kung Fu Panda to Madoka Magica's Shrek. But as it is, Glitter Force is just too by the numbers and can't capitalize on the good ideas that it has. But gosh darn it, it's fun and cute, and if you like cute fun things, go see Season 2 of Glitter Force. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Now if you're interested in more reviews of anime, movies, TV shows, comic books, or video games, check out my channel on YouTube at StupidPrivate913, or find my Facebook and Deviantart pages for video updates and more. Thank you for watching.
Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.